No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Young. He has 12 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it.
Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Allen and Green are the wings, and it's Conley in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Now here is Conley. Randolph, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 8 points for Zach Randolph. Going over some of the quickest players in the league, you think about Mike Conley and Clark. What sets him apart is that he's always under control, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he takes great care of the basketball. He uses the change of speed and hesitation moves to get where he wants to go, and he's masterful in getting into the lane and finishes with both hands.
The Grizzlies trail by 16. Right side, Randolph. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You know, Mike's such a gifted decision maker with the basketball. Deadly in the pick and roll. A threat to pass, shoot, or finish inside. And how about that teardrop that he's perfected, able to finish with either hand? Just a terrific strength of his game.
Here is Conley after the made shot from Zach Randolph. And it's Conley penetrating. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. And, you know, if you think about Mike Conley, some of the similarities to Tony Parker, I mean, they both present that tremendous quickness and balance between scoring and passing. Both are also terrific finishers in the paint. And look, they started at opposite ends. Parker more of a scorer, Conley more of a passer, but now I see a lot of overlap as their games have evolved.
Here's Larkin following the basket by Marc Gasol. Young. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
Now here is Conley. 7 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of Clark ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot, tremendous touch, back to the basket, moves, facing up, makes free throws, good offensive rebounder, capable passer. He just makes things happen.
Now here's Randolph. 10 points for him. And another miss by Memphis.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Johnson after the Marc Gasol miss.
We've really seen Johnson doing his thing here. He's got 8 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Joe Johnson at the line for 2.
That free throw, no good.
You know, the Nets really kind of drifted along for the first part of last season, treaded water, but after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
The Grizzlies trail by 18. Conley kicks to Randolph. Can't get it to go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The shot's good from Ellington. As you mentioned, the Nets were great after the break, had the third best record post-All-Star break in the East.
Yeah, and how about winning 13 of their first 22 after the break? And sometimes with a new coach and system, it takes a while to kind of figure things out. And that seemed to be the case with the Nets last year.
A shot by Randolph. Nobody around. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
Lee's checked in for Allen. Brooklyn leading by 19. Here's Larkin. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Lopez a screen. A shot by Ellington, no good. And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in the final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Lopez a screen. Larkin kicks to Johnson. Lopez inside. He's covered by Randolph. Lopez, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Now here's Conley. 7 points in the game. Kicks to Gasol. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir.
How'd
That's
you
what
know
we
all
do.
that stuff?
That's what we do here.
Woo.
Info and entertainment.
Oh. And the Nets making a change here. Sloan's checked in. Kicks it out to Johnson. Green with the block. Lee outside. There's the pass to Gasol. To the inside. Green against Johnson. Green kicks to Gasol. Fader on the way. And another miss by Memphis.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
To the paint, here's Lopez, and that one is stuffed right through.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Conley with it. Now the dish to Randolph. Feeds to Gasol. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Ryan Hollins comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Barnes in for Jeff Green. And then for Brooklyn, Bogdanovich is checked in for Johnson. And it's Markel Brown in for Wayne Ellington. Here's Sloan. He dishes it to Young. That's good. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
He got right to the cup using that screen.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Here's Bogdanovich. Misses the three. The Grizzlies trail by 15. And here is Conley. 7 points in the game. Now Barnes. Here's Gasol, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Green, he's checked in for Memphis. Here's Sloan, covered by Conley. And there's the feed to Bogdanovich. Dishes it to Sloan. 6 on the shot clock. Young with no one around. And again, it's the Nets missing. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Conley dishes to Lee. Green, the screen. Now here's Lee. He's guarded closely. To the right side. Conley for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Lopez. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. Barnes passes to Conley. To the middle. Wants to get it to Hollins and does. Nobody near Barnes. Drills it from outside. Barnes has got 5 points so far.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Well, Memphis loves the grit and grind mentality of this Grizzlies team. We all know that. They are at their most fearsome, I think, right here in the Grindhouse.
No doubt about it. Some names just stick, and everyone here knows when you say Grindhouse, you're talking about the FedEx Forum. Memphis so strong in this building.
Well, I tell you, last year, guys, the Grizzlies lived up to the nickname of the Grindhouse. Top 5 defense here at home, and a lot of close wins that could have gone either way, but they grinded them out.
Now here's Conley. He's got 7. He kicks to Hollins, and here's Barnes for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders. And those close wins and that blue-collar attitude is really what helped Memphis get to a 31-10 record here at home. I mean, good for second-best home record in that very tough Western Conference.
Punches it down with pop.
And rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Lee, following the bucket by the Nets. Green with a screen on Brown. Green with a screen for Conley. Lopez with the steal.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Now, here is Young. 21 points in the game. Lopez kicks to Young. Clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Lopez, no luck. Here is Conley. Pass to Lee. Green, the screen from deep. Misses. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets lead by 10. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily.